Segment or sync. How to split your email list by buyer type for faster growth. A 10,000 person list that treats everyone the same grows slower than a 1,000 person list that knows exactly who's who. Here's the uncomfortable math nobody puts in their growth screenshots. A list of 10,000 people who all get the same 3 emails a week will unsubscribe faster than a list of 1,000 messages built for exactly where they are. Growth isn't just new signups. It's the subscribers who don't quietly hit unsubscribe 6 weeks after downloading your freebie, and the past buyers who forward your emails to a friend instead of archiving them unread. Both outcomes come down to one decision: whether you treat your list as one audience or several distinct ones living under the same roof. The good news is segmentation doesn't require an enterprise marketing stack. It requires knowing 4 or 5 buyer types, tagging people as they move through them, and matching your offers and follow-ups to the tag. That's it. Let's build the system. Why everyone gets the same email quietly caps your growth. When every subscriber gets an identical broadcast, you're forced to write for the lowest common denominator. Vague enough not to annoy freebie collectors, generic enough not to bore repeat buyers, safe enough that it rarely feels written for anyone in particular. That's the ceiling. Nobody unsubscribes in a dramatic huff over one bad email. They just stop opening, then stop noticing. Then one day, your open rate has quietly halved, and you can't point to the moment it happened. Segmentation flips that. Instead of one email doing 4 jobs badly, you send 4 short, sharp emails that each do one job well. Nudge a freebie subscriber toward their first purchase. Welcome a new buyer into your world. Re-engage a student who stalled halfway through your course, or invite a coaching client to book again. Relevance is the growth lever here. A segmented list doesn't just retain better, it refers better. Because people only forward emails that feel written specifically for them. The 4 buyer types every creator list actually has. Before you touch any tool, name your segments. Almost every creator selling digital products, courses, or coaching has some version of these 4 groups. Whether they've labeled them or not, add a 5th if you run one. If you sell a membership, treat it as its own segment too. Retention emails, renewal reminders, member-only drops are a completely different job from acquisition emails. Notice these are all behavior-based, not demographic. Age, location, and how someone found you are interesting trivia, but they don't reliably predict what a person will buy next. What they clicked, bought, or ignored does. That's the entire philosophy. Segment by action, not by guesswork. Tag at the moment of action, not later. The single biggest reason segmentation projects die is creators planning to go back and tag everyone someday. Someday never comes with 3,000 untagged rows staring back at you. Instead, tag in real time, the instant an action happens. Someone claims a free download, tag, freebie only. Someone completes checkout on a paid product, tag. Buyer, remove freebie only if present. Someone enrolls in a course, tag, student course name. Someone books a call or replies asking about coaching, tag, coaching lead. Someone completes a coaching package, tag, past client. On store.fan, every sale and free claim already lands in your customer list automatically, tied to the exact product involved. So the raw data for tagging already exists. Pair that with broadcast emails and discount codes, and you can target a specific segment with a specific offer instead of hoping the right 8% of a mixed list happens to open a generic blast. A simple weekly habit that keeps tags accurate. Block 15 minutes once a week. Pull your latest sales and new subscribers. Confirm auto-tagging matched reality. A refund should knock someone back out of buyer. And check for anyone who crossed a boundary. A freebie collector who just bought. A buyer who just enrolled in a course. That's the entire maintenance cost of a system that otherwise runs itself. List your 4-5 real buyer segments by behavior, not demographics. Confirm your storefront tags people automatically at download and purchase. Write one welcome sequence per segment, not one for the whole list. Set a rule for what happens when someone crosses segments, freebie buyer, etc. Draft a re-engagement email specifically for stalled course students. Reserve broadcast-wide emails for true announcements only. New product drops, sales. Review tags for 15 minutes weekly to catch anyone who moved segments. What to actually send each segment? Segmentation only pays off once the content changes, not just the label. Here's a realistic starting sequence for each group. Freebie-only subscribers. Your job is proving your paid product solves the next problem the freebie couldn't. If your lead magnet was a free checklist, the follow-up isn't, buy my course out of nowhere. It's, here's the gap this checklist doesn't cover. And here's what closes it. Link to a live example store if you want them to see a fuller offer in context. Past buyers, one time. These people already trust you enough to pay once. The bar for a second purchase is far lower than for a cold subscriber. Send a short people who bought X also grabbed email or a limited time discount code on a complimentary product. Resist sending the same generic newsletter as everyone else. They've earned a more direct pitch. Course students. This segment churns through inaction, not anger. Someone buys, opens module 1, and stalls. A progress nudge, you're one module from finishing, recovers far more people than a generic email, and sets up your next upsell. Students who finish are your best audience for an advanced course or coaching. Coaching leads and clients. This group should get the least automation and the most personal touch. A real reply from your built-in inbox beats any broadcast. High-ticket buyers are evaluating you as much as the offer. A canned sequence undercuts the trust that got them this close. The list isn't the asset. Knowing who's on it is the asset. Where segmentation actually shows up in revenue. It's easy to treat this as a nice-to-have organizational habit. It isn't. It's a direct revenue lever. Unsubscribes are lost future revenue, and irrelevant emails are the top cause of unsubscribes. A subscriber who leaves after your third generic blast was very possibly a buyer waiting for the right offer at the right moment. Segmentation makes sure that moment reaches them instead of getting buried in a message meant for someone else. If you haven't formally opened a storefront yet, this system starts the moment you do. Every download and purchase becomes a data point instead of a one-off transaction. You can create your store for free and start tagging segments from your very first sale. Every plan supports the customer list and broadcast tools this guide depends on. Check the plans page to compare what's included at each tier. Common mistakes that undo good segmentation. Over-segmenting into 15 micro tags nobody has time to write for. Start with 4, expand only if you actually use them. Tagging manually in a spreadsheet that goes stale within a month. Sending the same subject line to every segment, which defeats the purpose even if the body copy differs, never removing old tags. Someone who bought shouldn't still be marketed to as freebie only a year later. Treating segmentation as a one-time project instead of a standing weekly habit. Segmentation isn't a one-time project you finish and move on from. It's a habit that compounds with every new subscriber and every new sale. Start with the 4 segments above, tag as actions happen, and write 1 email per segment instead of 1 email for everyone. If you hit a snag setting up tags or broadcasts, contact support. It's usually a 5-minute fix, and it's the difference between a list that quietly leaks people and one that grows because it actually knows who's who. Key takeaways. Most creator lists have 4-5 natural buyer segments hiding inside one undifferentiated blast list. Segmenting by behavior, not demographics, is what actually predicts what someone will buy next. A freebie-only subscriber and a past buyer should almost never get the identical email. Tag at the moment of action. The download, the purchase, the reply, not after the fact. Relevant emails get referred. Generic ones get muted, then unsubscribed. Start your creator store free at store.fan.